Sandrails became a thing in the 1980s, and they started over in America with the Baja community and consisted basically of a Volkswagen Beetle running gear bolted into a very lightweight frame with even lighter fiberglass panels. And a couple of companies brought them over to the UK, and one of the most, well, probably the best known of them was the UVA Fugitive. Now, UVA were a company that dealt mostly in Volkswagen Beetle-based conversions and buggies and Bajas and things that they imported from the UK to the UK and then developed for the UK market. But the Fugitive, there's a bit of murky history about the origins of it, but what can't be disputed is how UVA developed the Fugitive into variations and became by far the most popular of the sandrails in the UK. They did two-seater versions, they did four-seater versions, and the four-seater version is the one that spawned the car that we are going to talk about today, because it is an evolution that, if you look at this basic Fugitive 2, which is the two-seater version, and where it ended up, is quite a leap. But at the same time, the sort of genius that makes for something that's instantly memorable and definitely of its time, although I can't help thinking that something of its ilk would be brilliant today. So as I mentioned, they stretched the Fugitive 2 to make the Fugitive 4, putting two rear seats in the back, and then Alan Arnold and his number 2, the engineer, had a look and thought, well, hold on a minute, there's room for an engine there. So they flipped the gearbox and fitted a Rover V8. And this being the age of the Testarossa, they fitted side strakes. Behind the side strakes, they put two Volkswagen Golf radiators to keep the V8 cool, and instantly they had a sports car, the UVA F30. Now, the F30 was fast indeed, and you'd be perfectly safe within that frame. And it was just a complete departure. But this wasn't the ultimate version. That was to follow. A customer was interested in the UVA F30, but he didn't like the front end with the open cycle wings. And this led to the development of what was to become the F33 CanAm. As you can see, it had a swoopy front end. I believe it had popple pedal lamps, and it completed the look. It created something that was absolutely wild. It weighed an awful lot less than 500 kilos. And with a 3.9 Rover V8 tuned to around 200 brake horsepower, the thing was absolutely mental. Don't forget, this is before the Westfield Sate. I'm not even sure if Dutton had put V8s in his Phaeton by then, but definitely this was one of the early lightweight supercars. And I can't help thinking that, some of these supercar chassis, for the, the Ultima or the, or one of the Countach replicas couldn't be stripped down with a cage on top and turned into something like this, because there's nothing like it on the market now. And it was absolutely mental. What I'm surprised about is that they didn't sell more of them. I think they only sold about 7 or 8. And look at it. It's absolutely stunning. Yes, it would have been scary as hell, but you have got that cage around you. And it's just the kind of mental car that I absolutely love. I'd love to know if somebody's got one and they're willing to let us come and do a feature. Please drop me an email at enwinseats@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button and, to let people know there's something nice to watch here. And also hit the bell because that really does help the channel and supports us a great deal. There's plenty of exciting and interesting car videos to come, so stick around, hit the subscribe and hit all as well.